Hey HomeSpot friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring rustic farm garden design, cozy textures, weathered wood, wildflowers, and softly glowing lights. Stay with me until the end to gather inspiration you can actually build at home, from gravel patios to grapevine pergolas. Let's step outside, breathe deeper, and craft a backyard that feels warmly lived in together now. Where pea gravel meets weathered wood, the backyard feels instantly grounded and welcoming. A salvaged brick border frames the space, while vintage crate planters and stump side tables add honest, hand-worn texture. It's simple, tactile, and calm, an everyday place for coffee, conversation, and quiet pause. Fragrant herbs stitch the scene together. Lavender, rosemary, catmint, and edging thyme soften every edge. String lights and enamel pictures lend farmhouse charm without fuss, and a jute rug warms bare feet. Low-maintenance surfaces keep the look pristine, inviting year-round use with minimal effort and enduring character. A low split-rail fence outlines raised beds like a sketch on the land, guiding the eye and organizing growth. Reclaimed timbers, pea gravel, and a rustic gate create structure that feels timeless. The design invites tending hands and promises harvest within arm's reach of the back door. Leafy kale, chard, and tomatoes mingle with marigolds for color and companion benefits. Galvanized watering cans and slate labels add utility with style, keeping the space legible and charming. Walking the paths becomes ritual, check, snip, gather, turning daily care into a quiet pleasure anchored by texture and scent. Dry-stacked fieldstone cradles a modest fire bowl, while log benches complete a circle made for stories. The crushed stone base feels sturdy underfoot and will blank its weight for shoulders as evening cools. It's an intimate refuge, close to home, yet wonderfully apart from routine noise and screens. Around the hearth, shade-loving plants soften stone with layered greens, hosta, ferns, and sweet woodruff. Lanterns and hurricane candles deepen the glow without overpowering the night. The Nook's rugged materials age gracefully, developing patina that records seasons, gatherings, and those small, unforgettable moments spent under open sky. A mown grass ribbon weaves through a meadow, inviting slow steps and loose thoughts. Naturalized coneflowers, coreopsis, and black-eyed Susan sway with ornamental grasses, painting the seasons in shifting hues. Simple birdhouses and a bug hotel hint that this garden belongs to more than people alone. The path's gentle curve creates discovery at human scale, revealing pockets of color and light. Solar stakes glow after dusk, keeping the route legible without disturbing habitat. Maintenance is intentionally light. Mow, overseed, observe. The reward is a living tapestry that changes weekly while staying effortlessly rustic. A small shed wall becomes a narrative backdrop, pegboard tools, stacked terracotta, and a reclaimed window catching afternoon sun. This corner celebrates the rhythm of nurturing plants, soil under nails, seed packets clipped in rows, and quiet time arranging cuttings before they head into the wider garden. Climbing roses or clematis frame the scene with soft movement and bloom. A few well-chosen objects, old scale, seed tins, and warm bulbs, style the space without pretense. It's functional first, but photogenic by nature, turning everyday tasks into gentle rituals that anchor the garden's slower, hands-on heartbeat. Rough-hewn posts support a grape-covered pergola, dappling sunlight into shifting patterns. Beneath, gravel crunches softly, bordered by stone that keeps everything tidy. A hanging daybed or hammock invites lingering afternoons, where breezes move leaves and time stretches in a way only gardens can manage. Boxwood mounds or creeping thyme ground the space, offering formality amid the rustic beams. Burlap cushions and linen throws add comfort with natural texture, while string lights promise long conversations after dusk. This retreat reads like summer distilled, shade, scent, and the quiet expectancy of clusters ripening overhead. A stock tank turns pond, proving utility can be beautiful. River stones clatter softly as water returns through a hand pump spout, sending ripples across a steel mirror. The surrounding deck board cap invites resting elbows and curious glances, making water a subtle centerpiece in the landscape. Dwarf reeds and floating greens create contrast against metal's cool sheen. A rusted milk pail and a few candles add simple romance without tipping into fussiness. The sound is gentle, the maintenance manageable, and the effect powerful, cooling the air and drawing birds, bees, and neighbors closer. Herringbone brick paths divide the kitchen garden into legible quadrants, neat but never stiff. The pattern feels historic underfoot, guiding footsteps between beds with a satisfying rhythm. At the center, an herb spiral rises like a small landmark, turning practicality into sculpture you can harvest from daily. Basil, thyme, sage, chamomile, and strawberries thrive within reach, while low willow hurdles contain soil with rustic charm. Copper markers catch the sun, and woven trugs wait for morning picking. This is a working garden that photographs beautifully, built for productivity yet disarmingly romantic in every season. A pair of fruit trees defines a room outdoors, their canopies sketching shade patterned with sky. A meadowy understory of clover and daisies welcomes bare feet and pollinators alike. Spread a checkered cloth, set down a crate for a table, and let ordinary afternoons become occasions. Apples or pears promise seasonal drama, buds, blooms, fruit, and leaf drop, marking time as reliably as a calendar. Paper bunting between branches is playful without feeling fussy. The simplicity encourages lingering, read, snack, chat. A few elements well placed turn open lawn into a charming destination. A pretty Coop facade becomes a backdrop for exuberant blooms, more garden theater than utility. White pickets outline the bed, while a repurposed ladder trellis adds height. The result is pure storybook: hollyhocks, foxgloves, and sweet peas staging color against clapboard and tin in layered waves. Details make it sing: chalkboard sign for seasonal notes, woven baskets at the ready, and a gate latch that clicks with satisfying weight. Birds or no birds, the vignette reads cottage honest and cheerful. It's a joyful corner that photographs beautifully and lifts spirits on even ordinary days. A vintage wheelbarrow finds second life as a mobile planter, paired with stacked crates brimming with seasonal color. A bark mulch path edged with small logs keeps everything tidy and woodsy. The look suggests improvisation and thrift, yet feels curated, like treasures gathered over time and arranged with care. Nasturtiums, trailing lobelia, and dwarf dahlias spill generously, softening every straight line. Coralliners and a hint of burlap add earthy texture, while tiny lights tucked into crates glow after dusk. The pathway becomes a narrative of small discoveries, leading guests with color, fragrance, and quiet charm. A simple arch built from saplings marks the threshold from everyday to elsewhere. Twine lashings and stone thresholds keep the structure humble and honest. Planting honeysuckle or a rambling rose invites visitors with scent before the garden is even fully seen, promising softness beyond the first bend. Mason jar lanterns hang like low stars, illuminating bark textures and new growth. The arch frames photos and memories while giving the path a sense of ceremony. It's approachable to build, easy to maintain, and wonderfully effective at changing the mood the moment you step beneath it. An old timber gate aligns with a focal point, turning a simple opening into a grand reveal. A straight run of grass or gravel draws the eye forward, while verbena and tall grasses ripple along the edges. The axis creates intention without sacrificing rustic ease. Iron hardware, a named plaque, or finial posts make the entrance feel storied and specific. Beyond the gate, the view holds attention: a borrowed landscape, a tree, a distant field. The design is minimal but disciplined, rewarding restraint with a sense of depth, direction, and quiet drama. In a shady pocket, stump stools gather around a plaid throw, inviting slow afternoons with a book. Mossy stones and bark chips underfoot quiet footsteps and minds alike. Ferns, brunnera, and pulmonaria layer texture, creating a space that reads cool even on warm summer days. A simple lantern provides gentle light for twilight pages, while a twig wind chime supplies hush and music. This corner asks very little: sweep, straighten, return the blanket, and gives a great deal back: calm, privacy, and that rare feeling of being completely off duty within steps of home. A seasonal living wall rises along the fence, sunflowers staging vertical drama while sweet corn and pole beans knit structure. It's productive and playful, shifting the boundary from barrier to spectacle. The garden gains height, habitat, and a celebratory mood from midsummer through the first cool nights. A modest scarecrow adds friendly whimsy and keeps the theme grounded in farmhouse tradition. Staggered rows create depth, while twine ties keep stems steady. Watching the screen grow becomes part of summer's narrative, ending in seed heads for birds and a rustle of dried leaves that whisper harvest. A narrow lavender alley runs beside the house, pale gravel reflecting Mediterranean light. Limestone edging defines the run, keeping shapes crisp and water lines discreet. Brush past and the whole walkway exhales. Calming scent, bees working happily, and a feeling of traveling somewhere warm without leaving home. Santolina, rosemary, and thyme join the rhythm, their silvery greens playing beautifully against stone. A bistro set and olive bucket planters finish the picture with unfussy grace. This strip is modest in footprint, mighty in mood, easy to maintain, drought-tolerant, and irresistible in late afternoon sun. A farmhouse table anchors an outdoor dining room over flagstone or gravel, string lights sketching a canopy overhead. Mismatched chairs red collected rather than careless, and a linen runner softens the scene. Potted olives or scented geraniums offer fragrance that mingles lightly with meals and conversation. Stump candle stands and simple jars of garden flowers bring scale and glow to the tabletop. The space shines at golden hour but remains inviting year-round, sturdy against weather and time. It's a set piece for everyday gatherings, birthdays, and impromptu feasts made from whatever the garden gives. An A-frame ladder becomes a vertical garden, plank shelves holding pots at friendly height. Terracotta and seed trays keep the palette honest and practical, while strawberries and herbs trail temptingly over edges. It's a compact solution for small yards that still feels generous and thoroughly farmhouse flavored. Chalk paint labels make tending intuitive, and drip trays keep watering civilized. The structure can shift with seasons, seedlings in spring, color in summer, evergreens for winter cheer. Its portability is a virtue, move for light, for gatherings, for whim. The look remains charming through every change. Straw bales form instant raised beds that look perfectly at home in a rustic plot. Conditioned bales cradle compost pockets where zucchini, tomatoes, and calendula thrive. The format is forgiving, seasonal, and surprisingly productive, turning a bare patch into a textured, working garden almost overnight. Twine-tied corners and a simple burlap skirt keep edges neat while honoring the farm aesthetic. As the season progresses, bales mellow in color and settle, feeding soil for future beds. A wagon wheel or two nearby completes the picture, practical, spirited, and pleasingly temporary by design. A white bloom garden glows after sunset, where pale gravel and lime-washed pots heighten reflected light. A shallow basin adds quiet shimmer, and silver foliage threads everything together. The palette is restrained yet dramatic, making evening strolls feel cinematic and soft without overpowering the rest of the yard. Plant for fragrance and glow white phlox, Shasta daisies, nicotiana, and artemisia, then add low uplights and tin lanterns for gentle definition. The corner becomes a nightly destination, calm and luminous. It's proof that rustic doesn't mean rough. It can be tender, romantic, and wonderfully restorative after dark. Thanks for spending time in the garden with HomeSpot. Today we toured cozy courtyards, edible borders, water features, pergolas, and dining corners that blend rustic charm with natural beauty. Let these ideas guide your next weekend project and grow with the seasons. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share your favorite idea in the comments below today.